So, welcome to the stream. I've not done this for quite a while, so to be honest, just going to go straight in. We're going to play some Slay the Spire. If any of you have played this before, you'll know that it's a deck builder. This is really my sort of game. Card game, of course, no miniatures involved. Yeah, so I'll kind of just talk you through how the game works and stuff like that. So basically what you've got to do is you have 3 areas and there's a final boss at the end of each area, and you go along and you're putting new cards into your deck, you're getting relics which will buff your character. You have all sorts of crazy combos going on. So the first thing you've got to do, you've got this weird whale that lets you choose one of these options on here. So we can add a card, we can get a common relic, we can lose all of our gold and transform 2 cards, or we can lose our starting relic and obtain a random boss relic. Now, boss relics are much more powerful relics, but the starting relic of this character is really good because at the end of each battle you will regenerate 6 health, which is really, really useful. Let's go for a common relic. So which one have we got here? We've got the toy ornithopter. So whenever you use a potion, heal 5 HP. It's pretty cool. You get potions in these slots and they'll give you sort of on the fly buffs to your character. This is the Spire. Well, this is part 1 of the Spire anyway. So this is the final boss at the end, and we choose a path to go down. We've got all these different things. So these are normal enemies, these you don't know, they can be sort of like little story things. You can, good things, bad things happen there. It can be an enemy encounter, it can be the merchant. The merchant slots are here. These let you remove cards from your deck, so again it's pretty useful. Bonfires, you can rest at these, you can regenerate some health, or you can upgrade a card. So cards can be upgraded generally once. Some cards will let you do it multiple times, so they give you a more powerful version of the card. These here are elites. These are harder enemies, but you'll get better drops from them. So the first thing to decide really is what path we're going to take. So this one here has got a merchant quite early, which means we can remove a card. After every enemy battle you'll be able to add a new card to your deck as well, so your card pool will generally get better. So this one here, let's go for this, go down this path. So in the battles we've got, so you draw 5 cards at the start of your turn, and your card pool, so these are, that's my draw part, this is my deck here, this is what you start with. So we've got 5 of these basic strikes, so they deal 6 damage, they cost 1 energy to use. You got defend, these give you 5 block, cost 1 as well, so the cost always in this corner. Bash card, quite a good card, I like it as well for obvious reasons, but you will deal 8 damage and apply 2 vulnerable, and vulnerable means 50% more damage will be taken from attacks that you make to that enemy, and that will last 2 turns. So it's a good card, but it costs 2 to use, so you kind of got to be careful when you're using the cards. So enemies as well, they'll always tell you what they're going to do next. So this one here is going to deal 3 damage on an attack. This one here is going to inflict a negative effect on me, so it could make my attack power go down or my defense power go down or something like that. We always attack first before the enemy as well. So this has got 8 health, this has got 32, so I've not got the best opening hand here, but I can negate all of this damage here and also kill this slime, so I'm going to do that. So this is how much energy I've got to spend. So basically with this hand I can play 3 cards. So what we'll do first is we're going to defend, that'll negate all that damage, and then we're going to attack this, so we've taken out 1 slime, which is pretty good. In turn, now the enemy goes. Let's see what happens. Frail. So inflict a frail on me, which means when I play my defense card, you can already see that number has changed now. So we're only going to get 3 block from this when normally we would get 5, and it's going to inflict another negative effect on me. So we've got the bash card, so this is probably the best time to use this because we know we're not going to take any damage. So, and then the subsequent attacks on the next 2 turns will do more damage. So my strike goes from 6 to 9 damage, which is pretty good. So all energy is spent there. Let's move it on. So I've got more frail, just the frailest thing for the next couple of turns now. So now it's going to do 8 damage and also inflict a negative effect. So probably want to take this one out. But with that vulnerable, these 2 strikes should kill it if my maths is right. Yeah, we just need 6 more. All done. So at the end of the boss fight, that's not even a boss. At the end of the enemy fight, we get some gold, we get some potions. So this one here we can choose. So during an encounter, you can choose to use your potions. So this one here, liquid memories. Choose a card in your discard pile and return it to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. That's pretty good. So if we get a really powerful card that maybe costs like 2 or 3 energy to use, we could play that potion and get that card back again. So that's going to be really cool. So yeah, we're definitely going to take that. And now here's the important part: we get to change our deck, or we get to add cards to the deck. So we've got Sword Boomerang. This will deal 3 damage to to a random enemy 3 times. How are we doing, Bucko? Here to scrutinize. Thank you. I make no promises that I'm good at this game. I've slayed the Spire like 2 times, so there'll be some very random decks put together, and I'll definitely get locked into an archetype that won't work. Combust. So these are power cards. So you basically play this, they disappear, but they will have an effect on you for the whole of the encounter. So at the end of the turn, lose 1 HP and deal 5 damage to all enemies. Now that could be pretty good, because I know there are certain cards as well that will do something, like relics as well, that when you lose HP you can like draw more cards or all this kind of stuff. So that's on the table, definitely. Flame Barrier, so that's a skill, costs 2, but we gain 12 block, and whenever we attack this turn, deal 4 damage back. I think we're going to take Flame Barrier. We'll see where this takes us. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we've got a Cultist, 51 damage, and it's going to buff this turn. So we don't need to worry about any damage blocking. So Flame Barrier is not worth it this turn. So probably going to bash and then strike. Seems like the right thing to do here. Okay. So it's got that vulnerable for the next couple of turns, which is pretty useful. So it's now buffed itself, which means at the end of its turn it gains 3 strength, and strength just increases damage. So it's basically just going to keep doing loads more damage each turn. So take this out nice and quick, I think. We heal 6 damage at the end of the turn, so taking this 6 damage is not the end of the world. So I think we're just going to deal as much damage as possible on this turn. Okay. So yeah, now it's added this strength, so 3 strength, that's quite a lot. So its attack has now gone from 6 to 9. But the attacks can vary anyway, so it's not always like it does 6 damage a turn standard. Yeah, we can just take this out now. Let's just knock this out with the strikes, nice and easy. All damage were healed, fully healed, which is all great. So difficult decision time. Oh, these are all really good cards. Got armaments. So armaments is good because you gain the 5 block, which you would do anyway from the defend card. But we can also upgrade a card in our hand for the rest of the combat. And I know that when you upgrade this, when you play the card, you gain the block, and it upgrades all the cards in your hand, which is really, really good. Pommel Strike's good, deals 9 damage, which is more base damage than the normal strikes, and then we get to draw a card. Inflame, gain 2 strength. I think he's got to be Inflame just to pump out that damage. Okay, Merchant. I always like to go and see the Merchant because it's the only way, well, it's not the only way, but it's the most consistent way to remove cards from the deck, and you want to be removing some of the weaker cards. I'm not going to say rubbish cards, but just weaker cards. But you can get all sorts here, so there's like standard cards that you can add in. There's some colourless cards as well, and you can also buy some relics and potions. So let's remove a card to start with. What do we remove here? Probably remove a do we remove a strike or a defend? Let's remove a strike. There we go. And there's only one other thing that I can buy, well, 2 other things, sorry. So I can get Intimidate, so apply 1 weak to all enemies. So weakened creatures deal 25% less damage with attacks at 0 cost as well. So that could get you out of a pinch. Body Slam, deal damage equal to your block. Now we've got that 12 block card, but I'm probably not going to take anything else here. I'm going to save my money to remove another card later, I think. Let's move on to the next encounter. So we got this beast, 11 damage on the first turn. Probably going to defend and bash, just so we've got the ongoing vulnerable. We'll take the 6 damage. Probably going to take a bit more damage during this encounter, but we'll see. Okay, so this is just gonna, it tends to block and use buff, so that's cool. So we can have a bit of a setup here. So Inflame, so we'll get the 2, so we can increase our damage by 2. Let's change these to 8s, so this is pretty good. So we're just, it's actually doing more than that, so it's doing 12 damage because obviously they're vulnerable as well. So you can see already that you can really start to pump out a lot of damage here. So it's defending, so it's got this shield here, so basically we've got to do 17 damage on this turn. So this will do, so it's not got the vulnerable anymore, but I wonder if it's worth, so we're getting 12 block from this. Whenever a damage will do 4 back. How can we do this? So we could block all that damage. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll deal 8. So just 9. So just 9 left on this one. Yeah, finish this off. Just 10 damage. So 2 strikes should do this. And we came out that one okay. Intimidate, Perfected Strike. Perfected Strike looks good on paper because it's like for 2 additional damage for all of your cards containing strike, but you're going to get rid of those strike cards and then it just deals 6 damage. Deal 13 damage, apply 1 weak, apply 1 vulnerable. It's a possibility, but it's a 2-cost card, so it's hard to justify putting that one in there. Intimidate maybe, but it's a one-time use because you exhaust it, so it's removed to the end of combat. I think we're just gonna, I think we're not gonna take any cards. So I either take an encounter with an enemy, or I do something unknown. Let's go for unknown because you never know, might be able to remove a card. So you find a shimmering mass of light encompassing the center of the room. Its warm glow and enchanting patterns invite you in. So we can enter, upgrade 2 random cards, lose 16 HP. So that sounds good, but if it's 2 strikes or 2 defends that are upgraded, I don't know if it's worth losing 16 HP. Let's leave that one. Let's not take any chances. Now I've got to take out an elite. So this one's asleep to start with, which is okay, but it's got metallicize buff. So at the end of its turn, it gains 8 block. So I think we've got an easy choice here, that we just inflame to start with and then attack twice. And now it's awake, obviously. But the metallicize is worn off now, sorry. But it's very aggressive, it's doing 18 damage. Possibly, let's block twice here as we've got the block cards, and then chip away. These elites are supposed to be a lot harder. You're going to take damage from them. Yeah, I say we go for Flame Barrier for the 12 block on there. And maybe a strike. I'm going to get judged so hard for these choices here with all this damage that I'm taking. That's 14 damage, it's 14 health I've got to make back. So on this one now, it's going to inflict a powerful negative effect on me. So those are normally like, they're going to put a card, like a bad card, into your deck for the combat. But that means we can set up Bash, so we can at least do some extra damage on the next couple of turns. Yeah, so it knocked my strength down with that effect, and my dexterity, so I'm going to get less block from block cards I play. So this has already gone down 1, so this is normally 12. Let's Flame Barrier again, I think, because we've still got so much damage to do still. 51. Okay. Ooh. Oof. So the most we can block for here is 12. What does this do? Choose a card in your discard pile and return it to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. I think I'm going to use this potion, and I'm going to get Flame Barrier back. So, and then I'm going to strike the other two. I'm going to take that 3 damage. I'm fine with that 3 damage. So 29 more to do. So another negative effect, and obviously I've drawn loads of defend cards. That is just my luck. It's just smack. So yeah, strength is now as is. I 2 less block. Just need to finish this off now. 15 damage. We should have that. Here's where I've done my maths wrong. I have done my maths wrong. Oh, I'm an idiot. Now I can't play Flame Barrier, and I'm going to take loads of damage. Let's just negate as much there. I get carried away playing this game. I'm like, yeah, do that. I'm going to finish the fight. Took so much damage there, but it's done, and we should get. So we've got Gremlin Horn there, so that's good. Whenever an enemy dies, gain 1 energy and draw 1 card. So that's pretty good. So that'll go on the whole time that we're there. So we've got Clash. Can only be played if every card in your hand is an attack. Deal 14 damage. Tough to pull that one off while we've got a lot of defend cards. We've got Perfected Strike again. Juggernaut. Whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. I don't know. I'm going to go with Juggernaut. It's not a card that I pick very often, but hey, let's see where it takes us. So I think we can survive on that much health. although the boss at the end of this one's quite difficult. But we'll have a bonfire again before that one, so let's upgrade a card here. Let's see what we've got. Juggernaut. So we deal 7 damage instead if we upgraded this card. Flame Barrier. Gain 16 block. Whenever you're attacked this turn, deal 6 back. So that's a good increase for that one. Inflame. You'll just gain 3 instead. I think we're going to go for Flame Barrier. I feel like I'm going down a block route here, which I don't normally do when I play as the Ironclad. It's actually a fresh game because I normally play it on the Switch, but I've downloaded it for Steam, so it's like a fresh save. So I don't actually have all the cards unlocked yet. Which way are we going to go here? So we access to another bonfire. We're still going to have to fight an elite whichever path we take. I think we're going to go... Sorry. I think we're going to go this way because this is the only way that gives us a merchant. So let's go this way. You find yourself in a room filled with racks of test tubes, beakers, flasks, forceps, pinch clamps, stirring rods, tongs, goggles, funnels, pipettes, cylinders, condensers, and even a rare spiral tube of glass. Why do you know the name of all these tools? It doesn't matter. You take a look around. So we're going to find some potions. I can take all 3 of these as well. So play the top 3 cards of your draw pile. Heal for 20% of your max HP. That's a good potion, that one. And gain 1 artifact. So artifacts just negate debuffs. So if you know an enemy is going to try and debuff you, that is the potion to play. Let's find out what's in this chest. Bag of marbles. At the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. That is a very, very good relic. I'm very pleased we got that one. Ooh, so I want to play Juggernaut because it's a power card and it's going to have an ongoing effect on this combat. I think, yeah, we're going to play that and defend. It's not like we have any better options, really. And we deal the damage from the block card, so that's worked out pretty well, actually. Okay. So we've got Inflame's going to do... So the enemy intends to do 8 damage and something bad to me on top of that. I think possibly Inflame and then defend twice because we've got the Juggernaut power. I think that makes sense. Juggernaut's actually pretty good. I've always ignored that card. I always tend to go for the lots and lots of damage and increased strength and all that kind of stuff. So we got the buffed Flame Barrier as well. Yeah, I think we just pile on the block. Look at that. So we're not going to take any damage. We are vulnerable though, because that's the effect it keeps dealing out. So we're going to get a powerful negative effect, but I'm pretty sure we're going to take him out this turn because I've done my maths right, and it's only 2 strikes, and we're done. Damn, that Juggernaut's good. Thunderclap, deal 4 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. That's good because it deals damage to everything. So those are always really useful cards. Whirlwind, deal 5 damage to all enemies X times. So basically, whenever you play that, it'll just use up all of your energy and then deal loads of damage. And Whirlwind's a very, very good card. Let's take Whirlwind. And perfect situation for it because we've got 3 enemies. So we've got 14 damage and a negative effect on the way, but also they're all vulnerable. But I think Whirlwind takes them out immediately. 15 damage. Yeah. Done. not bad. So we can't take any more potions. So I think we're going to get rid of one of these potions. Let's get rid of Distilled Chaos, because I want Fruit Juice, because max HP goes up. So, draft a card. Did we get something that when the HP... No, I was talking about losing HP on a card. Hemokinesis is a good card because you lose 3 HP and deal 14 damage. And if you can combo it with things that buff your... well, no, not buff you because you're losing health, but combo with other cards for when you're losing health. That's really good. Pummel, deal 2 damage 4 times and then exhaust the card. Not great. Searing Blow, deal 12 damage, can be upgraded any number of times. So this is what I was talking about with cards. So normally you can only upgrade a card once, but this one as many times as you want. It does cost 2, but it would... it can go silly if you keep upgrading that. Do I take Chemokinesis? How are we doing, Lee? Have a nosy. This is a really, really good game. If you're into your card games, into your deck builders, this is brilliant. I'm going to take Chemokinesis because one of my favourite tabletop games is Star Realms, which is a deck builder, but it's a 1v1 or 1v many game. This has definitely got some Star Realms vibes to it, especially when you get some big combos going off. So I wasn't paying attention. This is an elite, I think. So it tends to buff itself, but we've got the vulnerable on it already. I think we go for... I think we do a bit of setup here. So let's inflame and deal as much damage as we can. And let's drink this potion first. Let's get max HP up. So we also gain some more HP because we've got this tiny Ornithopter. So every time we use a potion, we heal 5 HP. So that's pretty good. You're doing good. You're bored as hell at home. I think a lot of people can are in the same boat there. Hemokinesis. Yes, let's do that. Let's lose some HP and deal loads of damage. Lee, I'm hoping that we can get some Keyforge going on Crucible Online, and I'd be willing to stream it as well. Although I've got to find, I've not had a chance to have a go on Crucible Online yet, but I think it's going to be really useful. And I know a couple of other stores are talking about doing some online Keyforge as well. So that's something we're definitely looking at doing. So this is the buff that it puts. So it's enraged. So every time I play a skill card, it gains 2 strength, and defend cards are skill cards. So this can get out of control, and will get out of control if I'm not very careful. Nigel, how are you doing? So what do I do here? Do I just take the 14 damage and apply the vulnerable and hope I can kill him next turn? Yes. Well, I'd be taking 3... It's like 2 in rage. It's going to gain 2 strength, so it will gain 6 more damage on this next hit. So hit me for 20 and my defend will be 15. If I've done my maths right, which I don't do very often. Ugh. You see, if I was just playing normally, I wouldn't even think about this too much. I'd just do it. But I've got other people watching me now. Bash and strike. Good, you're coughing a fair bit, but good. I hope you stayed safe and staying away from people, Nigel. I like your company, but just stay away from people. Bash and strike. Yep, Bucko, you said it. I'm going to do it. I've got to do 25 damage on the next turn. Lee, sounds a good idea. I've used Crucible Online in the past with my existing decks. Would be able to to buy a blind deck from Bash Online Store to do a mini tournament. So the plan for it is for us to get our stock of Keyforge cards and take them to my flat or something like that, and then I can give you the code for that deck so you can put it in, and then we can get the deck to you somehow, or whether we post it or you pick it up from the store. But I think that's the way that we're going to go with it, but we have to do a little bit more research on it. So 14 damage again. We've got the vulnerable. Hopefully Whirlwind, we've got 2 extra on there, so 7 a turn, 21. It's not quite enough if I use the full Whirlwind. I think I've just got to take it. Maybe I heal and then Whirlwind and then kill him next. Oh, he's dead. It's because when I was reading it didn't add on the thing. He's dead. I didn't even need to use that potion. So 25 gold. Can I, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dexterity? So dexterity improves the block gain from cards. It's okay. It's okay. Gain 12 block. That's really good if you're in a tight situation. Cleave. Deal 8 damage to all enemies. We've got Body Slam. Deal damage equal to your block. Got a lot of block cards, and if we can play Juggernaut early, that could be a good card. Gain 7 block, exhaust 1 card at random. I'm going to take Body Slam. Let's like I said, I don't normally go down a block route, but I think we've got some good cards to really make use of it. Let's remove a card. I think I'm going to remove a strike. Let's really lean into block. Oh my god, there's Apotheosis. Apotheosis is really good. Upgrade all of your cards for the rest of the combat. And I can't afford it. And I won't see it again this run. Ghostly Armor would have been good as well with the block. So we'd shrug it off because you gain 8 and draw a card. But I can't buy anything else except for... So here's what I was talking about with the losing HP. Whenever you lose HP from a card, gain 1 strength. Sure, let's take that. Why not? Could combo. Might not. Who knows? Ugh. I already don't like the look of this one. So 17 damage coming in. Let's Flame Barrier will take out most of that. Yeah, let's Flame Barrier here. And I may as well make use of the vulnerable there, even though you're going to get a thing, defense shields on you. But it's going to die this turn anyway from the Flame Barrier. So, and I gained an energy and drew a card. Although I lost that energy because it got dealt on the enemy's turn. So that was annoying. 7 damage and then it's going to get some shields. Uh, 37 damage. What's the best way here? I want to block some of it. I want to get used to some of using these block cards because, like I said, I don't use block cards. $37. And he's going to get some more shields and do some more damage. But we've got the Juggernaut set up, so let's block that damage. Not play Whirlwind. There we go. How's everybody doing anyway? Are you all at home, off work now? $26. Let's defend some of that because we're doing the damage in return, and Hemokinesis. And just quickly finish it off. Onto a boss in a minute, I think. Oh, some more good cards here. Warcry, draw one card, put a card from your hand onto the top of your draw pile, but exhaust Warcry. I like Warcry, just gives you a few more options on your turn if you draw some crappy cards. Armaments, I like that if we're going down the block route. I'm going to take armaments. Home, semi-working. Every time I ask you about what work you've done, you're like, oh yeah, I've not done anything. You know, I meant to do this, I've not done it. But I guess if you're ill as well, I mean, just look after yourself. Let's smith a card. I'm okay with that amount of damage. Wraith Knight, Adam here. Working from home, thankfully. Yeah, stay safe. Be at home, it's the best thing, I think. So we can upgrade a card here. What are we looking at here? I like upgrading Whirlwind because it's way more damage. It does 8 more damage. Rupture, I think that makes it a 0 cost card, which makes it more playable or easier to play. It's a very playable card anyway. But I'm going to go Armaments because it upgrades all the cards in your hand for the rest of the combat. And we get the block, and if we've set things up, if we've had the chance to. Okay, so it's boss time. So obviously it's a much harder fight, and all your health returns after this. So I'm okay with losing lots of health and not dying on this one. Right, let's Armaments to start with, because it upgrades those for the rest of the turn now, and I know it's not attacking, but it makes some of these cards, because we'll be seeing these a couple of times in this fight, I think. So we've got something where we're going to lose some HP, so I think Rupture might be good, because we're going to gain 1 strength, and that's permanent for the combat. So we're going to play that, and then we can Hemokinesis. And we've got that strength now, so looking good. We've got some blocks, so we can body slam as well. So actually, this was a really good first turn. Armor, Rapture, Hemo. So obviously I'm a little bit ahead of you guys, and I'm so glad I've done exactly what you've said there. So that's quite a bit of damage there. That's, oh my god, what is that, 42 damage? Okay. I think we Juggernaut and defend twice, or Juggernaut, so we can't Juggernaut and Flame Barrier. What have we got up here? I could gain 12 block, and that would trigger off Juggernaut as well. Let's do that. So we're going to use the potion. We'll also heal 5 damage, so that's pretty good. So we're still going to take quite a bit of damage here. Oof. But if I remember rightly with this, it only does like 1 big damage turn, and then it's sort of building up. So each one of its flames, it's gonna light up and do more damage as we go along. So 6 damage. I think we block one of those because we deal some damage back. And I was stupid because I should have played in Flame first. I'm an idiot. Strike, yeah. What's in the bottom right? Hang on a sec. I'm going to move out of the way so you can see. So in the bottom right is your discard pile. Obviously I've got no cards in my discard pile. My character is conveniently told me my discard pile is empty. Oh my god. You see, the delay has screwed me there. I very seriously answered that question as well. I feel very stupid. Armaments. Let's upgrade these cards. So what it's actually done is it's put this burn card in here. So it's a status card. It's unplayable. There's nothing I can do about this. Not yet anyway. So at the end of the turn, take 2 damage. So I've got to take that damage. I've got 2 more left. So I either deal 22. Yeah, I think 22. Oh, I could have the vulnerable. Let's do the vulnerable. Take the damage. I feel so, you know, genuinely answered that question as well about what's in the bottom corner, and you just made me look like a fool. The heckling machine. Right, let's build up some. So what do we get for losing HP? Gain strength. Okay, so we're gonna hemokinesis, flame barrier, deal some damage back, body slam. Good turn. And another burn. Great. So I've got an upgraded strike. So this one is just going to block and buff. So strike, at least play a defense because we could deal some damage back. Oof. 2 strength. But are we close? Are we close? No, not quite there yet. Right, let's armaments, defend, whirlwind. Nearly there. Question. Answer the yes. Ask the question. Lee, is this a physical game as well as online? I don't believe it's a physical game. I wish it was, but there are a lot of games that are similar to this, deck building wise. Like I said, Star Realms is the one to play. We've actually got that upstairs in the store, and the company that does it, that does Star Realms, do other deck builders as well, because I think they do Hero Realms. Okay, let's finish this off. Hemokinesis. Flame barrier, body slam to finish. Yeah, it deals 22 damage. Sure, let's do it. When do you generate amber? See, I don't know whether you're making fun of me here. You mean, if you mean the power on there, it's, sorry, my dog is starting to harass me because it's an hour before she needs to be fed, so obviously it's going to start asking to be fed. Star Realms, you can actually play on an app as well. It's a very, very good game. So what we're going to take, so we've got some special cards here. They're like gold version cards. So we've got Corruption, skills cost 0, but whenever you play a skill, exhaust it. Ooh, not sure about that one. Feed, deal 10 damage. If fatal, raise your max HP by 3. At the start of your turn, gain 2 strength. Demon form. I like demon form. Yeah, do you see, that's why I didn't answer the question properly, because you're like, I'm making a Keyforge reference. See, I'm already working you out, Ben. I like demon form, but it's very expensive. And there's no guarantee that I get more energy on the... I'm going to take demon form. I shouldn't have done. I already think it's a mistake. So we get to choose a boss relic now. Sacred Bark, double the effectiveness of potions. Busted Crown, gain 1 energy at the start of your turn. Future rewards have 2 less cards to choose from. Oh, Black Blood's good. Replaces Burning Blood. So Burning Blood is the one that we have anyway. And that would do. So that's pretty good. But also the extra energy is really good. Decisions. I'm gonna take the Busted Crown because I like having more energy to play with. Demon Form is too manly to pass up, surely. Not even I can be so bold as to turn down Demon Form. So we're on to Act 2. So it's 3 acts, and we've got... I don't really remember what that boss is, but he's pretty difficult. It's one of the tougher ones on Act 2, I think. Which route to take? So we've got 126 gold. I think we've got rid of 2 cards. So with the card removal service at the merchant, it goes up 25 gold each time you use it. So if this is the 3rd, it's going to be 150, I think. Which means we should have enough for that merchant. So I think we'll take this route. With all deck builders, it's really useful to be getting your basic cards out of your hand so you have a more efficient deck. Oh, we've got a tough one to start with here because 20 damage. We've only got 10 block out of this. But they're vulnerable to start with. I'm going to take the 10 block to start with. And try and take 1 down pretty quickly. So these enemies steal gold. But, oh, thank you. Are you getting involved too? That was my dog. Yeah, and after a couple of turns they leave and they take all the gold away. So I want to take Juggernaut. But it puts me in a bit of a bind. What does it take me? Does it? Can I take you out with this? No, I can't. See, I need to get some of these cards upgraded. Because that becomes a 0 cost card. That becomes a 0 cost card. Rupture. And we're going to hemokinesis this. I feel like that was a bad choice. Oh my god, right. Let's block and then body slam this one. See, already in this second act it's like much harder. Hello. Taking so much damage. Although Whirlwind for a lot. 6 times 4. It's quick maths. 24. Inflame would be 21 with that. The problem is that is going to deal 16 damage to me. But there's actually, oh no, there's flame barrier. Oh, we need to, let's use flame barrier. I forgot about that. Thought I didn't have any block available. Oh, we need to take this out. Whirlwind will take that out. Is there a way I can play Inflame to take that out? Really, I want to Inflame. Yes, my partner is boarding the kettle behind me. Yeah. I've got a very, very rudimentary setup here. If I took a picture of it, it was mad. Like, emergency turned my front room into a streaming area. The Inflame would get me 2 more. 2 more strength. I really want to take you out. Let's get it, let's do it. Let's see. No, lives on 1 health, obviously. See, this one here that's put the block on is getting ready to leave. What consoles is this on? I definitely know it's on Switch. It's on Steam. I don't know if it's on anything else. Yeah, so this symbol here means he's going to leave. Intends to escape and will escape with all the gold. So I need to do something about that. So 7 damage on here. Bear with me for 1 second because I've just got to take this phone call. All sorted now. Sorted. You need to be taken out first. Let's do that. Yes, efficiency. I need efficient plays here. Wonder if there's a better way of doing this. Armaments gets me 5 block. So I can do... So I get 5, 10. Kill you. Deal 10 damage this way. Yeah, let's do that. So, I'm going to kill you first. Armaments. Ooh. Flame barrier. Body slam. Oh, idiot. I could have got an extra 5 damage out of that, but oh well. So, oh, it's a lot of damage. There's 30 damage I've got to do. Hemokinesis to 17. So we're going to bash. Hemokinesis does 25 and it's done. Okay, good. I don't like them escaping. Sorry about that. My dog's a bit amped up. Very amped up. Anger. So we've only got 1 card to choose from because of the busted crown, not rusted crown. Anger, but that's a good card to get actually. Deal 6 damage, and then it adds a copy of that card into your discard pile. So the more times you play it, the more of that card comes up. So I'm just going to take that card. Okay. So this enemy is... so it's only got 20 health, but it keeps building its shield up, so it actually can be quite tough to take down. But first turn, it's only added block, so let's demon form because I love demon form. So basically at the start of every turn, I'm going to gain 2 strength. So the longer the fight goes on, the stronger I get. What's health looking like? 60. Yeah, let's just hit it really hard. So yeah, so basically we've got to do 71 damage to take it out now. But we're in a pretty good place because we've got Juggernaut, we've got armaments, body slam, loads going on here. So we're going to armaments to start with. No, should have Juggernauts. Either way, Juggernaut. And then we can defend. We can defend. Oh yeah, it's defend. I was going to say we can play in flame, but then body slam. That damage on there. Block all of that damage, but it's going to put some sort of bad effect on me. Let's see what it is. So frail. So I'm going to gain less block now. Does Flame Barrier come around again, or am I just mixing up my encounters? I think I'm just mixing up my encounters. Well, that's good. Flame Barrier is good anyway. So Rupture. I'm not sure about Rupture on this turn or on this encounter, because he's gonna, once you get rid of that block, he just goes down really easily. Let's add some more block. Yeah. Okay. And just finish it off with Whirlwind, I think. Nice. So got up to like 6 strength there. So Demon Form's such, like, if you get it first turn, it's such a good card. Warcry. That was one I was thinking about earlier. Let's take it. And make the way to the merchant. Ooh. That's not an encounter that I wanted. Flame Barrier is useless on this turn, but we've got Rupture, Hemokinesis, so let's do that. There we go. We don't need any defense. I'm just waste of one energy. So these are all going to buff and get gain 3 strength at the start of each turn. So these are going to just continually get stronger. So I either just do Armaments Demon Form, or yeah, I think so. So that goes up to 3 strength now. That's really good. I think, yeah, let's do that. Unless there's a way to take at least one of them out. I don't know. I think we might leave the Demon Form because we only got 55 health, so I don't want to mess around too much with health. And then body slam this and kill it. There we go. I think I drew another card, didn't I? And I just completely ignored it. And I got some energy. I bet it was a really good card. I bet it was like the card that wins you the fight immediately. And I just threw it away. So yeah, I need to take these. I need to end this fight as quickly as possible. Is Juggernaut worth it? I'm going to Inflame to start with anyway. I think Warcry. Let's try this. Anger. Okay. That's cool. And it does the same as that card. So I should have thrown Juggernaut away, to be honest. If I'd thought about it more. It was a defend. Okay, well that's good. I mean, I can still play all of these cards, can't I? So Yeah, so another anger's gone in. So there's now 2 angers in my deck, which is good. But I'm going to take a boatload of damage here. Whirlwind. What's Whirlwind dealing now? Probably quite a lot. Is it enough to kill him though? Probably not. It's 8 times 4. It's like 32. Yeah. Because they're not vulnerable. But I've got an anger. Here's where I start making terrible choices about what to play. Definitely play anger, so I at least take one of them out. 9, 11. Let's just whirlwind them. Demon form. Not helpful. There we go. Okay. Should be able to finish this. Deal 6 damage. 9 damage. Oh no. Well, if I can do it without losing some health. I know the hemokinesis is good. Is it 15 now? Yeah, that's enough. Okay. Bloodletting. Yes, please. Bloodletting is a great card with Rupture as well. That this is starting to look good. So sorry, I just clicked through really quickly. Bloodletting. Lose 3 HP, you gain energy. It's a 0 cost card. It's really good, especially with the Rupture card that we've got as well. So whenever you lose HP from a card, gain 1 strength. So we're starting to get a nice little combo going with Hemokinesis, Rupture, Bloodletting. The only problem is that health is starting to get quite low. So that's the trade-off. So I can buy all of these cards. I've got how much to spend? 174. So Combust. At the end of your turn, lose 1 HP and deal 5 damage to all enemies. So that would work nicely with the combo we've got going on. Iron Wave looks good. Gain 5 block, deal 5 damage. With the block combo that we've got. Definitely going to remove a card to start with though. Let's remove another strike, I think. 26 to spend, so basically you can only get these 2 cards. Do I want to take either of them? Probably not. Although, True Grit. Gain 7 block, exhaust 1 card. Oh, it's at random. That's not so good then. I'm going to leave it. Let's save the money. We need to be thinning out the deck anyway, so. Oh, good. 20 damage to start with. So I can negate the debuff and heal 5 HP if I play this potion, which I've been neglecting, so let's drink that to start with. We can Warcry something as well. I think Juggernaut would be a good setup here. And we can always put Whirlwind elsewhere. Although I've got to be careful because I tend to do this. I'm like, don't realise I'm going to draw cards and then I'll put something back into my draw deck and immediately draw it again. When I was like, oh, I'll just save that for the next turn. But I've got nothing that draws me cards, right? Except the Gremlin Horn. But I won't be killing any of these this turn. Let's do a bit of setup. So Juggernaut. I do want something to chuck away. I think Whirlwind, well, it depends what we get. Let's Warcry, see what we've got. Strike. Let's put Whirlwind, so we've got Whirlwind for next turn. Or I could have put bloodletting on actually. That probably would have made more sense because that would be more useful next turn. Take you out. There we go. So I didn't take that debuff because of the potion that I played, which is good because it's probably something like deal less damage. Flame barrier, good. Yeah, we got some good cards. Although, I mean, that's still a good card. I've seen it 0 strength because that's his upgrade, but sadly we don't have that yet. Inflame, flame barrier, hemo. Hang on, how much damage are we doing? We're doing 16 damage from the block. So actually we're doing 18 damage from the block and 16 from this. So we can take. No, we can't because we've only got 1 energy. Great. Steal the 18 block here instead. See, you always need more energy. 27 health. Really didn't want to spend a bonfire like healing, but I think I'm going to have to. It's getting pretty dire. Are we losing any HP at any point? Is that worth it? Probably not. Neither is Deal. I don't know. Feels like I could set up demon form with doing this, but I think so. If I remember rightly, this buff here is going to be a healing buff, so I kind of need to kill this one. Yes, I just need to take you out. I get some more energy for it anyway, so it's kind of a free turn. See, I really want to play armaments. I think you get lulled in with armaments to be like, yeah, I'm just going to play it and upgrade all of my cards when you kind of don't need to. So we're just going to go demon form because all this one's doing is intending to block. So. $80 health, including the block, and is dealing 18 on this turn. We need to be defending, but we've got some good stuff here. Let's defend, anger. We can play all the cards here. I'm good. I like it when I can play all my cards. Still taking a fair bit of damage, but 15. Ooh. Although flame barrier is going to help on this turn. Whenever you let's make sure I place it in the right order. Armaments, flame barrier. Hemo deals more damage, but I've not got a lot of health left. Although, does it take it off your block? I think it takes it off the block. Here's where it doesn't, and I've got it wrong. No, it takes it off your HP. It doesn't attack you. Great. I never said I was good at this game or pay attention enough. At least I can finish it all off here. There we go. Overkill. Strength potion. So you gain 2 strength for the combat. Clothesline, deal 12 damage, apply 2 weak. See, that's a problem with this relic. Definitely get less choices here. So it makes it a lot harder to deck build. I'm going to skip that card. And I definitely need to heal. I always feel like you're wasting the bonfires there, but I don't think I've got a choice. This run is going south, by the way. Oh, great. You come upon a dapper looking cheery gremlin. It's time to spin the wheel. Are you ready? Of course you are. Let's see what we get. Ooh, I got a treasure chest. A gift. Enjoy. I obtain a relic. I've got the molten egg. So whenever I add an upgrade into my deck, I upgrade it immediately. That is good. Okay. So it's just going to buff. So sadly, I can't really set up much. But let's dig, see what we can get. Oh, this is a rough first turn. I'm going to put Flame Barrier on the top of my deck because I think I'm going to need that. I could Bloodlet to do more damage with Whirlwind. Sure, why not? Don't need skill when you have luck. Okay. Oof. So I now have 2 less block when I'm playing a block card and 2 less attack when I'm playing an attack card. So yeah, this is fun. Armaments, Flame Barrier, Body Slam, Strike. I think that's pretty good there. Let's do that. Do you know what's rougher than that first turn? Facing a Hobbit Stone Throne Gunline. I've heard they're pretty rough to face. I'm so glad I don't have to fight hobbits. Yes, let's Body Slam and let's Strike. Yes. I'm still taking some damage here. I should have really played that Strength Potion. I keep forgetting as well, if I play... Oh, that was good actually, because it did 3 attacks. It took the damage 3 times from Flame Barrier. So that's actually made things a lot better here. Yeah, this should... Does feel like a waste of that potion. But I need to kill it this turn. Yeah, because that's dealing way less damage. Let's drink the Strength Potion. I still don't think I'm going to be able to kill this turn. Nope. Excellent. Just defend with the others. We don't need to play Rupture, I don't think. Because it should be dead on the next turn, but... What I really need is a relic that will help me with health. Yeah, let's finish it there. Go. 10 gold, we got an attack potion. These are pretty cool actually. So you play it, it gives you 3 random attack cards and you can play it for 0 cost. It's a really, really good potion. Clash can only be played if every card in your hand is an attack, deal 18 damage. I think we talked about this earlier. It's not for this deck. I think we need to go this route with the bonfire. I'm definitely playing catch up on this. Oh, upon pickup, raise your max HP by 10. Brilliant. That was worth it. What's coming up next? Can I afford to upgrade a card instead of taking the heal? I've got a random encounter, 2 enemies, another random encounter, and then a bonfire. Well, merchant. Although I'm not going to have enough for a merchant, I don't think. I'm going to take the health. And really look after my health from now on. Okay. This is not a fun encounter because this just chucks loads of horrible cards into your deck. on this negative effect. But we've got some free hits here. Inflame, Anger, Whirlwind maybe, although Rupture might be good on like to set up with. Yes, let's do that. Inflame, Rupture, Anger on who is worse out of you two? You are worse. And Whirlwind. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it puts these daze cards into the deck, so they're unplayable and they're ethereal. Ethereal just means that you get them in your hand. If they're still in your hand at the end of the turn, they disappear. They become exhausted. So they like weigh your deck down, and then yeah, they're just annoying basically. Ooh. I think, let me have a look at what we're going to Warcry. Strike, that can go back. Bit of a waste, but I could have got something good. Armaments, I would like to take that back, but I would not like to take loads of damage. I make the choice. So 19 damage incoming. I could get that to, I either take 13, so I have 13 block and take 7, or I'd take that out and take 10 and lose 2 HP. I take the defend. Let's make some sensible plays. Could also burn this attack potion. Sure, why not? Because I heal off it as well. So I either play Cleave, Uppercut. So these will all be 0 cost. I just pick it, goes into my hand. Cleave will deal 8 damage to all enemies. So wouldn't kill the pyramid dude. Uppercut would deal 13 damage and apply 1 week, but yeah. Body Slam I think is the one to take, because then that goes in your hand for the rest of the combat, but you pay its normal cost. So let's Body Slam this. Oh, I forgot, yeah, I draw a card and get some energy back. Let's strike you. Yeah. What we got? Okay, 20 damage incoming. You see, that's down so much that on that frail. Getting 25% less block from cards for 5 turns. So let's make these just trash. And I've got to do 63 damage. Yeah. I need to at least negate some of the damage. So the problem, so I would like to play Bash for the vulnerable damage, but these have got artifacts. So this has got 2 artifacts, so it negates 2 debuffs. So actually it will just deal 10 damage and then knock one of the artifacts off it. So we'll just go Body Slam and strike. What have you got? So 10 damage coming in. Oh, I love Whirlwind. Whirlwind will do 28 damage, which won't kill it. Although we could get an extra 7 if we do Bloodletting. Which, again, wouldn't kill it. I'm right in thinking that? What's my maths on that? 35. Yeah, be sure. Right. I've got to take the block, and just do what I can here, I think. We'll win that. So we just need another 13. I'm not going to play Bloodletting because I'm just be rinsing my health. Flame Barrier. Oh, I think it's time. I think it's time for Hemokinesis. Yes, I need to do 8 more damage. Bash. Yes, Bash comes through. Energy Potion. That's good because we gain 2 energy. That's going to make Whirlwind. Very good. Feel no pain. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 3 block. How much do we exhaust cards? Warcry. Warcry, I think, is the only card that gets exhausted here. So, no, not worth it. Well, you two look lovely, don't you? So this one here, this fungi beast, on death applies 2 vulnerable. So if I kill that first, it's going to make me vulnerable. I take more damage. And this one has got plated armor. So at the end of its turn, it gains 14 block. Receiving unblocked damage reduces plated armor by 1. So if I can knock the armor off it and start doing some actual damage to it, it will gain less block each turn, which is useful. I could knock all of its block off with 1 card as well. So I'm going to get attacked regardless, so let's Flame Barrier. And they're already vulnerable. Let's Hemo you and strike you. I don't want to burn that potion just yet because it's not going to do enough damage to kill either of them. That's right, let's do it. Just live with my choices. So Whirlwind will deal 5 damage to all enemies 4 times at the moment. We can increase that to 6. So that would be 30 damage. Rupture, Warcry, Anger. Let's Warcry and see what we get. Inflame. Putting Body Slam on top of the draw. Let's Inflame. Anger on you. Is Rupture worth it at this point? Still need to do quite a lot of damage to this. I'm going to burn this potion because one thing whenever I'm playing this, I always forget about potions. So let's change that now and start using them. So 7 times 5 is 35, which will kill the little rat over there. It's going to die either way, whether I play Rupture or not, so let's just play Rupture. I've drawn a card, but I've got no... Oh, yeah, that was the card that I put on top that I really wanted to save for next turn, but... That's just me playing Slay the Spire. Sure, let's just get the damage on it and take 18. Oh, wouldn't Body Slam have been good on this turn with 2 defends, Juggernaut? Unbelievable. Defend. I'm only taking 3 damage and dealing 10 back? No? No, that's only with Flame Barrier, isn't it? Armaments, yes, pile the block on. This run has taken a long time. It's like 20 to 5 already. Okay, let's just finish this off. 16. 1 hemokinesis. Let's play anger. Yeah, we should finish this. Body slam. Finish. Whew, all done. Elixir. As a potion, exhaust any number of cards in your hand. Okay. It's cool. I mean, it heals 5 HP regardless. So, metallicize. At the end of your turn, gain 4 block. Now, will that work with Juggernaut? I just want to read Juggernaut because that might be worth taking. Juggernaut. Whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. Sure, let's take metallicize. It's its upgraded form as well, so. Oh, right. This is a horrible, horrible thing to fight because this negative effect that it puts on randomizes the cost of the cards, which you'll see in a minute. Because it will do things like turn Bloodletting into a 2-cost card. Conversely, it will turn expensive things to quite cheap, but it's random. Let's set up. Let's Juggernaut. Let's set up Rupture as well. I gain a strength if I play Bloodletting now. Sure. I'm not. Oh, I'm getting damage for playing these block cards as well. So let's do that. Yeah, figure they comboed. Anyway, generally the combos are pretty. Like, forgiving's the wrong word, but loads of cards seem to combo. Yeah, so look what it's done here. So it's played that Confusion. Demon Form's a 3-cost card. It's now 0 cost. So I mean that's getting played straight away. So thank you very much, Snecko. But Armaments is now a 3-cost card. That Defend is a 3-cost card. That's 2-cost. Which is really annoying because I can actually only play one of these cards now. Ugh. I mean, I could exhaust a couple of cards and I don't know. Let's play this. It's pretty useless that I'm going to exhaust both of these cards. I gain some health back from it. Why not? It means they're not going to be bothering me. Well, they're not going to turn up. So, Warcry is now 3-cost. Metallicize, yes, let's do that. Anger, yes. Really should have played Bash first. That is my fault. That's a terrible error. Now I'm taking 8 damage though. But dealt the 5 from Metallicize and Juggernaut. Inflame is 0. Yes. 100% playing that. That strike is 0. Flame Barrier. Okay, that was a good turn. I like that turn. Look at all these buffs we've got going on down here. It's crazy. 22 damage. I need to finish this. 6 plus the 5, 11. Yeah, easy peasy. All finished. There we go. True Grit. Do I want True Grit? Gain 7 block. Exhaust 1 card at random. No, I don't. You'd have to play that card last, or second to last, knowing that the card you want is going to get exhausted. I'm just going to leave that card. So we don't have enough for the merchant to remove a card, but there could be a card that I want. I'm not in the best shape to fight an elite. Or do I take a chance? Let's go to the merchant. I've played that super safe, haven't I? Body Slam, Twin Strike. Twin Strike is good. Deal 7 damage twice. Warcry, True Grit. What are these colourless ones? So we've got exhaust up to 3 cards in your hand. It's 0 cost as well, but it's obviously reliant on you having that plus 3 other cards that you want to exhaust. I suppose it's up to 3 as well. Maybe because I'm not removing as many cards as I want, that might be a good pick. It's taking the piss out of me now. I'm yawning because I'm taking too long. Can I afford both? I can't afford both. Do you know what? I've never taken this card before. I'm going to take it. It might help me, it might not. And I certainly need to heal because I'm going to fight a boss. Eek. 16 straight away, and I have no blocks. Great. Bash. Yes, we're just gonna do those. There we go. I gain some dexterity, which means I get more block from cards, but I have no cards. So I'm just gonna have to take this big hit. So it intends to block and buff. You see, this was the problem. So Purity is turned up, but I don't want to exhaust any of these cards that I've got. Yes, I know. Armaments. Let's upgrade everything. Definitely Juggernaut. Metallicize. Let's get that going as well. And Anger. Sorry, that can be saved. That's fine. $12 damage. So I'm going to get 4 anyway. I'm going to get 4 block anyway at the end of the turn. I've got 6 block there, so I'm up to 10. Okay. We can deal with that. I think I need, as much as I want to play in Flame, Demon Form would be good, because what, this is turn 2? So block Demon Form seems like a solid play. Face Slap. Oh, so I took 2 vulnerable and 2. Is that my dexterity? As like frail. Now you're going to inflict a negative effects. Okay. If I bloodlet, knocked my monitor off. If I bloodlet, I can play all of these cards. But I'm not going to. Let's just save that bloodletting for when I really need it. 3 HP might be the difference between winning this one or not. Block and buff, okay. Warcry, let's see what we get. Whirlwind, nice. Let's put that there. We could bloodlet to buff that up. We could hemo for lots of damage. Let's bloodlet, I think, and do a massive whirlwind. Is that 10 metallicize? Oof. Yeah, that's a problem now, because I've only got this one defend card. It's in flame. So that strength going up now, so we're +8 on strength. Anger, yes. Defend, yes. Body slam, yes. Strike, yes. Good turn. Oh, 24. But we got the flame barrier. Flame barrier is still gonna take a heap of damage. Although I suppose we got the metallicize, so it's gonna take that up to 17, so that's not bad. Rupture. Anger for definite. Keep building those cards up. Yes. Purify would be good to get rid of some of those defend cards, because I think we've got a fair few anyway. Just be left with 2, and then I've got flame barrier, armaments for defense. I don't know. Armaments, I suppose I'm dealing damage there. I'm dealing 7 damage for each block, so. But that's. Whoa. No, we just play that. Let's not be silly here. That's 17 times 4. Let's just do it. Sure, let's thin this out a bit. Yeah. Why not? It's probably a really bad call. Okay, it's buffing. Anger, yes. Oh, I should have bashed first. Again, I made a terrible play. There we go. So I got more buff because I was the Kunai at the top. Every 3 attacks in a single turn, you gain dexterity. So that's good. End the turn there. We get in there. Ooh. So 6 strength. Whoa. So we're dead this turn. If I don't block, that's 48. So I need to be smart, which I'm not a lot of the time. We live with flame barrier. That's good. Right. And the metallicize. Okay, that's definitely going to help. That's a lot of damage actually, with all these anger cards. They're just multiplying now. And if I was smart, I could have got the extra dexterity. But, like I said, that is a big old hit. 5 health. Oh my god, I've got to finish it on this one. So I've got to do 52. Anger does 26. Hemo does 32. We've done it. I hope. Let me check my maths. Hang on. 32, 50, 58. Yeah, it's fine. Whew. That was close. Berserk. Gain 2 vulnerable at the start of your turn. Gain 1 energy. That is not worth it. Can you take 50% more damage? No, I can't take that card. Okay, boss relic. So I've got the Astrolab. Transform 3 cards, then upgrade. Okay. Mark of Pain. Gain an energy at the start of your turn. Gain 1 extra energy at the start of your turn. At the start of combat, shuffle 2 wounds into your draw pile. Wounds are unplayable status cards. I mean, that's a good trade-off. During boss and elite combats, gain 1 energy at the start of your turn. I think I'm going to take the Mark of Pain. It's got 5 energy a turn now, so. And this is the final act. This is actually a pretty good run because it's tough on the first few times you play it because you don't have access to all the cards. You've got to base it because it's roguelike. You've got to lose a couple of times to get the extra cards because there's some really, really powerful ones that you can get with the Ironclad. 150 to remove a card, so this route should get that enough gold. What else have we got? 2 bonfires there. We've got bonfire, some treasure chests. I think the left side is better. Let's go for it. Oh, these blobs with lifelink. So when you kill, you've got to kill them essentially at the same time. When one of them dies, they stay dead for a turn and then they regenerate. So if other enemies are still alive, revives in 2 turns at 50% HP. So yeah, I think we got a decent opening though, because Juggernaut and Demon Form is a good setup. And then Anger on you. Possibly try and no, hang on, let's see. So 14 damage. I've got 5 block, nothing else. Warcry. Great. Warcry into a strike. Let's put the bloodletting away. Inflame, defend. Hit you maybe. Do kind of have to like deal it out quite evenly with these. Although Whirlwind will help at the end. Fingers crossed. If everything comes together, which it won't, Whirlwind finishes it all. I mean, the block's going to go anyway, so it's sort of wasted damage if I just don't do. I suppose I could have put 2 damage on the blob on the right. I really regret taking Purity. I know I've only had it for like 1 combat, or 2 combats, but yeah, I kind of regret taking that card. Flame Barrier, Armaments, Metallicize, yes. We don't need Bloodletting yet. Definitely not. Do I block all of that damage? 14, 16, No, sorry. 21? No. 23 damage. Yeah, don't need those 2 cards. Yes, we do block it all. I forgot about the metallicized. Wound coming back to haunt us, just an unplayable card, so it just takes up a slot in your hand. And here's Whirlwind. Deals 13 damage 5 times, so deal 65 damage. Yep, sure. Look, it all came together. Who'd have thought it? Fire Potion, yes, that deals 20 damage. So again, really good in a pinch. Clothesline, 14 damage, apply 3 weak. No, I'm not taking that card. Okay, this is a tricky one because these ones. So this one here explodes after 3 turns, dealing 30 damage. This one here has got thorns, so when you attack it, it deals 3 damage back. So this one you need to take out hitting it the least amount of times, essentially, because it's every time you hit it. So like Whirlwind attacks X times for the amount of energy. If it hit it 5 times, it will deal 15 damage back, essentially. And obviously this needs taking out in 3 turns. Don't have a lot of block. Need to metallicize to negate some of it. Juggernaut 2. Let's bash you. Anger you, yes. I think it's a case of getting that down to hitting that hard, getting it down to like less than 20 and then using the potion on it. I feel like that's a good way of taking that out. Great, we get some days cards. Okay. Ooh. Rupture Hemokinesis. We've got the defend. Well, we've got this. This is random though, isn't it? I think I'm gonna rupture and then Hemokinesis this. Although hit. No, doesn't do enough. Need to do that. I was thinking about doing it to the one with the thorns, and then potioning in it, but I could have enough for demon form as well. Sure, I mean neither are attacking, so I may as well. Just builds up that strength, which is what you need. So this has got more thorns now, +5. And I did just draw my days cards, so yeah, fun. If I armaments the Warcry, I'm pretty sure it draws you 2 cards. Yes, it draws 2, and one of them was dazed. Okay. I mean, I can put the defend back and get rid of these days cards, although dealing the damage might be useful. Let's put the days card back. Whatever, I'll just draw it next turn. So yeah, more days cards, more thorns. Yeah, that needs taking out. Strike puts me within the potion range, so let's do that. Doesn't put me within potion range because I can't do maths. Let's hope the defend hits it. Yes. Excellent. It worked out fine in the end. Done. And this one should be over on this next turn, because it just keeps putting daze cards in. So let's go for the overkill. Headbutt. Deal 12 damage. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. Defending stops Thorn's damage. Yeah, I figured that by the end of that combat. 12 damage. Do I want to take that? Means I can recycle something from my discard pile. I think with the 5 energy, I think it's useful. I could be completely wrong, but up to 143 with the merchant there. So let's take this one here. Hopefully we get some gold. As you head upwards, hopping from one floating shape to another, you slip. You begin to fall. While in freefall, you consider your options. Land safely with your greatest techniques. Channel a power to survive the fall. Strike at the wall to hang on. Oh, well, I'm not losing Whirlwind or Juggernaut, so I'll just lose Defend. Sure. I mean, I feel like I came out of that one okay, so. Oh, I've got you guys again. Five to spend. Let's try and do this right. These don't become any less when you upgrade them, do they? But we've got Bloodletting, so actually I can play all my cards. Armaments. Bloodletting. Yes. Although I should have played Juggernaut first. You see, I get carried away. But we've got a decent setup there. There we go. Again, Purity literally just mocking me there. It's like, no, I don't want to exhaust any of these cards. Whirlwind will do 8 times 5. Not enough to kill any of these anyway. Especially not these two on the end that are actually attacking me. Need to Warcry because I need a defense card, which I've not got. Ooh, I wonder if Whirlwind might be better to put on top of my deck for next turn. Sure, let's put Whirlwind away. Rupture, sorry, Inflame, then Rupture, then Hemo. You. Just take the 19 damage. So I'm taking a lot of damage this turn, so although Headbutt will deal 21 and put a card from my discard pile on top of my draw. So if I've got a way of drawing cards, which I've not got this turn, but I could bounce it around, I wonder if it's worth doing Flame Barrier and then headbutting it back. I need to metallicize as well. Let's do that first. Flame Barrier. Headbutt you. Oh, we've got a much bigger choice actually. I think I'm going to take the Flame Barrier because it's 16 defense. And then Whirlwind. So sadly I'm taking like 26, well not 26 damage, but I'm taking 6. Yeah, let's flame barrier again. Not play the wound. Hit this one. So I'm only taking 1 damage, I think, and it kills that. Ooh, nice. $21. We'll kill this one. And kill this one. It's getting dicey like every turn here. Reckless charge, 0 cost, 10 damage, shuffle a dazed into your draw pile. It's 0 cost, but at a terrible cost. I'm gonna keep things nice and trim. I've got 21 cards in my deck, and I'm getting rid of another one here, so what have we got here first? Battle Trance. That's a good card. And so is Offering as well. Lose 6 HP. Gain 2. Draw 3. Oh, there are some good cards here that make me think that I don't want to get rid of a card out of my hand. Worth the risk. Oh, what? Sorry, there's a big delay. Oh, on the 0 cost card. Yeah, I know. I like to have a really thin deck with these because you want to be drawing your better cards. You're not a good card. I regret spending money on you, Purity. What I do, I like Battle Trance. That's going to draw me loads of cards. Support small business, yeah, please do. I like Offering as well because that combos off Rupture. I'm gonna take Battle Trance. Draws 3 cards. It draws 3 cards. Just remember it draws 3 cards. There we go. Let's smith a card as well. What does Battle? Draw 4 cards. It draws 4 cards now, so there might be a better option actually. Bloodletting. You can sell Purity for gold. I don't think that I can. Oh, I've never sold cards in this game. What do I want to upgrade? What is the card that's like doing the most work? It's probably one that's upgraded already, but do you know what? I'm going to upgrade Battle Trance. That's 4 cards, and draw is king in deck builders. He says. Well, you look delightful, don't you? So negative effect. We've got the cards on the setup. So Juggernaut, Demon Form. The cards are there. They're begging me to play them. Oh, Purity just laughing at me. It's only doing 5. Maybe I do thin it with that card. Sure, let's do it. Let's get some use out of you. Then let's be sensible before I go just playing whatever card I want. Inflame first. Vulnerable, yes. Flame Barrier, yes. Good. I'm learning. And here's Battle Trance. Okay. This is looking good because we've got Bloodletting as well, which will... So what we draw from Battle Trance... Okay, we've got the 2 wounds. Okay, that's pretty good. We could get Battle Trance back as well with Headbutt. So, definitely Metallicize. Definitely Rupture. I don't need the defense, although I would be dealing 5 damage. I like how it makes these really useful. Well, not useful. It makes the defend card a better card. I definitely... I mean, I can play all 3 of these cards. I don't know what I'm dithering about. I'm going to... As much as I want to take Battle Trance again, I'm going to take Flame Barrier back because I don't know what he's going to do next. Strength, and then hit me for 16. So Flame Barrier is really good. It's going to deal 12 damage back. Let's have a look. What order do I want to do things in here? Warcry. Let's see what we get. We get a strike. Chuck you back, or do I chuck Hemo back? Let's put Hemo back. Don't know, that was the right choice. I've made it. Just live with my decisions. Anger, yeah, puts an extra copy, so we've got 2 angers now. Yeah, blocking all that damage. This is good. Oh, you asked, can I sell Purity? I can't sell cards. I can only remove cards. It costs me money to remove cards, and you can remove cards that you've already bought. So it's not just like your basic cards. I could remove Battle Trance if I wanted, but it cost me 100. They start at like 75 gold. Then each time you use the merchant, it goes up 25. I can't remember if there's an upper limit, but there's definitely a relic you can get which locks all of them at like 75 gold or like 100 gold. So it's really useful. Battle Trance, yes, sure. And we can armaments to upgrade all the cards in my hand. Wonderful. Definitely play Anger because it's 0. I might just go with a Whirlwind. It's not dealing any damage, so sure. So he's on 6 strength now. 31 damage this turn. Holy. And I've still got to deal 90 damage. Ugh. Any way that I can draw a card? That doesn't draw me a card, does it? I just gain a strength when I lose HP. I know. Jesus. Right, let's do that. Just... Sorry, it's my dog again. Just... What do I want back? I mean, Whirlwind will finish it on the next turn, so let's just take that. I've just got to take the damage. I don't want to. Whoa. That was painful. I don't know how much further we're going to make it now. On 11, 17 health. Although bonfire, so that's at least something. I'm definitely taking the rest straight away on that one. And another bonfire after the chest. Okay, this is not too bad. What we got? We've got an ink bottle. Whenever you play 10 cards, draw 1 card. Sure. I really want to smith a card, but I think I'm going to play it safe with the rest. Oh, this is not a fun enemy. Basically, every time you hit this enemy, it changes its intention. So its intention at the moment is to hit me for 10 and then do a negative effect. But this reactive, upon receiving attack damage, changes intent. So it could go down, could go up, could go anywhere. Oh, just horrible. But I will just block all this damage and then see what happens. Okay. Okay, it's just deciding it's going to do a negative effect, so again, it might just be better to buff, set up some stuff. Demon form, war cry, maybe. I don't know. I could just leave it, but eesh. Let's have a look. Let's see what we get. Rupture. Okay, that's not too bad actually. Let's put Hemo back and play Rupture and end the turn. I'd rather get in a decent position. Oh, great. I'm just going to show you that card that you just put in the draw pile. Parasite. Unplayable. If transformed or removed from your deck, lose 3 max HP. So basically, if you pay to remove the card, you're going to lose 3 HP, or if you decide you're going to transform it or something like that. And it also weighs the deck down, so we're at 23 cards now. So it's doing 23. There's nothing decent in this card part. Maybe Flame Barrier, Headbutt to get Flame Barrier back for next turn. Or I could draw Flame Barrier straight away if I play Battle Trance. Lots of decisions. Let's Hemo it and see what happens. It's gone back up to 22. Oh, I drew a card anyway. Great. Yeah, I drew a card for that ink bottle that I just got. That's the thing, like you get so many relics in the game that you sometimes just lose track of them, and you're like, your best laid plans go out the window. I think I need to see what I'm going to get for 4 more cards. Metallicize takes me up to 20 defense. Bloodletting lets me play Flame Barrier again. Ooh, let's metallicize and take 2 damage. I'm fine taking 2 damage. Ooh, so 21 damage. I've got just got this defense here. That's armaments. I've got to be careful here because it's at 21 at the moment. Change to 10. Do I stick with the 10? Hit it twice. Oh, let's spin the wheel. Let's go. 15. Oh, back to 21. Should have just stuck with the 10. Hmm. 15. 6 from the armaments. So we can block 10 because we get 4 from the metallicize. I think I'm going to give him a nudge. It's up to 21. Let's give him another nudge. Oh, this isn't good. 15. I think I stick on 15 there. Although I would deal 36 damage. Yes, 36. Let's stick. I know, right. I'm drawing a card next turn as well. I need to remember that because I'm on 9. The ink bottle's on 9. So when I play one more card, I'm going to draw a card. I draw a strike. Okay, 32. Oh, stuck on 32. Okay, 21. Okay. Can we kill? Can we kill? We're going to kill. Yes. Perfected strike. Deals 6 damage. Deals 3 additional damage for all your cards containing strike. It's 2 cost. And I've got 2 strikes. So, not worth it. Okay. Gotta fight you guys. This is the 3rd time I've had to fight these blobs. And they're coming in hard with 21 damage to start with. Oh, Purity, you're really a terrible card. Maybe you're good early, but not at this stage. Definitely getting Flame Barrier on to block a lot of that. We can block all of it actually. That's great. Probably, where do I want to chip the damage? Probably off you. And we draw a card after playing one more card. So actually playing that card draws 5 cards in a sense. So yes, definitely play Battle Trance. Means I can't draw any more cards now for this turn. 17. I have no block. Headbutt was a card that I just drew, right? So I'm going to feel really stupid if it wasn't. Because I could have got Flame Barrier back, basically. Although, Whirlwind, 7 times 5 is 35, doesn't kill anything. Well, 6 times 7, doing the maths, 42, still doesn't kill anything. Demon form. Yep. Even though I feel like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I need to take one of these out at least. I can do 24, probably a little bit more with. What am I talking about? I've only got 2 left to spend. I suppose I've got 3 with the bloodletting. So I can do 30 damage with these 2 cards. Let's go for the bloodletting. Let's get the extra energy. Headbutt. You're on less health. What do I want to get back? I mean, I'm probably going to need Flame Barrier on top of my deck, but also Battle Trance would work. Also Bloodletting, could get that back immediately. Well, not immediately, for the next turn. Oof. I'm enjoying Flame Barrier, so I'll take that back. Hemo, you just will win the rest. Sadly, taking 17 damage. Yeah, that's Metallicite. I think I can play everything in my hand anyway. Yeah, I can. I deal a nice bit of damage with the Body Slam. 21, that kills you for sure. And ooh, wait there, wait there, wait there. Warcry. Okay, you can go back. Draw another card and it's the win. Well, I mean that worked out. Get rid of those wounds, whatever. The thing is, this one's probably going to grow back. I'm not sure that I've got enough damage to take these two out before this comes back. Armament there. Rupture's now 0 cost, may as well play it. Take the defense and then hit you. So I need to, yeah, see that one's back now with 25 health. Whirlwind would be really good right now. I'm not close to, well, not close to drawing a card again. Oh, hit me for a lot here. $16 efficiently takes you out. I'm happy with that. I can at least take you out as well. I think I can, and I'll draw a card. I can defend. Oh, hang on. I've got enough for this as well. We can defend and also body slam. Oh, look at that combo, and the parasite comes in. That's a nice combo. Should be able to finish it here. 26. No, actually, no, not quite. I can at least block all of that damage though. Am I drawing any cards? I'm not drawing any cards. But I can headbutt something back that will kill, hopefully. Oh no, I think we are going to get the kill. Yeah, we got it. There we go. Entropic Brew. That's really good because it refills all your empty potion slots. So I will take that. It really wants me to take this Perfected Strike. We're nearly there. Nearly there. The thing is, I'm not going to have enough to get rid of a card, I don't think. But I might be able to buy a card. Oh, that's a good deal. Is it a good deal? Heal to 4 HP, lose 12 max HP. Takes me down to 83. Sure, let's take it. Because that'll take us straight into the boss, the final boss fight. Oh, and there's Apotheosis, but I can't afford it. So short. I'm going to take Flex though, I think. Flex is a very good card. Yes, I'm going to take flex. Because I can't remove a card. Yes, there we go. And probably immediately upgrade it. Because I think it puts up to 4. 0 cost. I think it's the card to do. Yes, let's do that. So what that card does is it gains you 4 strength, but then you lose it at the end of the turn. But it's 0 cost, so you get it, you get some more strength, hit harder. You just need to remember to play it first before you do attacks, which I will always forget to do. And this is like the final boss. Well, yeah, in a way it's the final boss. There's only 3 acts, so what have we got? We've got a couple of cultists. The awakened one, who curiosity, whenever you play a power card, gains 1 strength. It's not awakened yet, and it's got regenerate, heals 10 HP every turn. So yeah, great. And we need to battle trans straight away. I've got no defense. Cheers, Bucko. I mean, I don't think I'm making it through this one. Although that early demon form is useful. It's now at 20. They hit me for 21. It's Warcry. Let's see what we get. Oh no. Oh, that's a really bad play. I can't draw a card. Because I played whatever that card was, I can't remember what it's called, that draws you 3 cards. You can't draw any more cards for the turn. That's a really bad play. I can get away with having bloodletting on my next turn, it's fine. I need to take these out nice and quick. Let's get battle trans back. Yeah. Flex that body. Okay. Where are we at? Purity. I mean, purity would work with the wound. It's the only way to get rid of them, I suppose. That's really, really tough. Okay, right. I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to leave the defense in there. Definitely get rid of the wound. Because I'm getting hit for a lot. 33. I've got 16 here. 21. Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave the defense in. Let's get rid of that wound. Sure. I can't draw a card because the ink pot. Flex. Flame barrier. Defend. I think I need to try and kill that. 20 damage. Yes. Fine. Okay. What I really need is Whirlwind. Did not get Whirlwind. Oh, 7 times 4, 28. Play Juggernaut. Drink my potion. Yeah, thank you. I've got a heal, I've got fear, so it puts vulnerable, and I've got a duplication. This turn, your next card is played twice. Ooh. let's save that. I think, even though he's hitting me for even more now, and even more with the metallicizer. See, I always forget about the potions. I've got the heal, a little bit of a heal potion, so I think I just take this. So I've got 3. Let's go armaments, maybe? Yeah, I could times... Well, no, because the metallicize... I suppose it would give me 8. I suppose it would give me 8, wouldn't it? But it would put an extra 4 damage on him. Because he gets a strength every time you play a power card. I'm also 4 cards away from drawing another card. I'm saving that. I'm going to save that duplication potion, I think. I might put the vulnerable. Ooh. Let's just do it. Let's just metallicize. Armaments. Right, that body slam's gone down, so I can actually play all my cards. So, body slam this one. And draw a card. Can't freaking play it. No, I've got nothing that's going to let me play Rupture. Damn it. He would get 2 strength, but your Jugger would deal more damage per turn. Yeah, probably. See, I don't think that far ahead, Chris. That's the problem. 35. So 23, 12. Whirlwind will definitely kill you. I mean, I could duplicate Whirlwind, but that's not worth it because I'm going to take 23 damage. If I put the vulnerable on you, duplicate Whirlwind. Yeah, I mean, I could duplicate Whirlwind, but I feel like I'm going to need it later. But here's the play: Inflame, Flame Barrier, Strike. Draws me a card, draws me Battle Trance. Here we go. Armaments, Flex, Anger, Body Slam. That's a good turn. And I'm only taking 3 damage and I can Whirlwind for 20. Boom. Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to say there's a second form. The enemy hasn't awakened yet, but yeah, I know there's a second form with this one. So I'm like, I might want to save that because I've demon formed, haven't I? So my strength is just going up and up. Like it's at 10 now. So if I can get my blocks in, so I need to remember I draw a card when I play the next card. So let's gain some block there. It's Bloodletting, which doesn't help me, which I don't, well, not that it doesn't help me, I don't need it. Defend. Yeah, it was a pretty gross turn. What do I want to get back? I think I need to get Flame Barrier back. Like, that 16 block is just so good when he's hitting me so hard. There we go. Turn. There we go. Oh, I forgot he heals, doesn't he? 40 damage, I need to play the blood potion. 40 damage. Christ. So if I play 3 attack cards, I'm not going to be able to play. Can I get all my attack cards in? Sorry, my dog's barking. It's excited because she knows we're having a good run. 3 attack cards gets me some more dexterity. So when I play Flame Barrier, I get some more block. So let's do that way. But Rupture. God, that's gone even more. Hemo, Anger, Strike, Dexterity is going to go up, 18 block, it's still coming at me pretty hard. Should really play the Vulnerable Potion as well. $25. Let's throw the Vulnerable Potion. In 2 turns I draw a card. So basically I can headbutt something onto the top of my deck, but my discard pile is empty. I could flex, headbutt, flex. Flex takes me to 9, headbutt. It depends which triggers first. Let's just try it anyway. Flex, headbutt, flex, yeah. Oh no, I've just realised I've killed it. But it's going on to its second turn, so actually what I do now is pointless. I can upgrade all of these at least. And duplicate Anger. But I can't because I can't play any cards on him. Great. And I don't have any block, so I'm dead. Maybe. Unless I can do 300 damage, it's run over. Whirlwind does 25 times 5. Oh, that's gutting. Although I could play Whirlwind twice. But that's still not enough. Let's just go out swinging. Let's see what happens. Oh, you kidding? Oh, that is gutting. Oh, there was no other way I could have done that as well. Because he's gonna... So I get 4. Takes me to 37. Ah, that is horrid. Oh. Oh, a nap sounds good. So these are my stats from the run. So I get a new unlock, which will be some cards. This is the second run on this save, because the first thing I unlocked was a new character, but this will be some cards to add in. So yeah, 200, so 50 floors climbed. Oh no, that's what it is. Yeah, 40 points there. 2 elites. We took 2 elites in the first area, none in the second, none in the third. Yeah, let's see what we get. So these are really, really good cards. Like, you would take all of these on a run. with the Ironclad. Heavy Blade does 14 damage. Strength affects this card 3 times. So the strength was at 17 when we finished. So that would, I mean, you're doing hundreds of damage with that card. Spot Weakness is really good. You gain 3 strength if the enemy intends to attack. Limit Break doubles your strength, and the upgraded version of it doesn't exhaust. It's just like a bonkers card. It's so good. Those are all not included in the deck, but they're cards that can turn up now. So you're more likely to see Heavy Blade because it's a common card. This is rare, and then this is like a super card. So yeah, that was a hardcore. Right, I think I'm gonna call it at that, because that I thought, I'll get 2 runs in, but it's taken what, 3 hours for that run. But that was a good run. I mean, you can see stats on your runs. So yeah, I've only done 2 runs. I abandoned the other one just because I was just trying out the stream. But this is the one that we just done. So yeah, it was a good run. So these were the cards that we ended up with. Regret taking Purity. But pretty much, I mean, there were some really good combos going on there. Got some good ones at the end as well. And if I ever wanted to play that again, I've got the seed for it. So yeah, good run. Anyway, I am going to go. Thank you very much for sticking around watching that, keeping me company. Basically, it's just an excuse for me to play a game that's vaguely the kind of game that will be played in store. I've got some others that I'm thinking of playing as well. Maybe Hand of Fate, but I need to play that a little bit more to see whether it's something that can be played on stream. Definitely Keyforge. I'm looking at some other things that are a little bit more interactive as well. So maybe some of the Jackbox games or something like that. But yeah, it's all good. Go to the Boards and Swords Facebook page, follow us. I think you're all from Boards and Swords anyway, so that's all really good. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. Thank you very much.